Hello, everybody! Welcome to the new episode of 2021 Flip Chat and Chill, where we still get to drag a couple of people to talk about the ins, the outs, the ups and downs, the good, the bad, and the beautiful of freelancing. But now it's the start of the year, so magpapakabait tayo ng konti para good vibes naman for the rest of the year. Our topic for today is Anna.
Nako, sandali lang. Sabay ka na
Ano ba
hindi
naman?
prepared. Hindi ko nababasa yung ano. Sandali lang. Ikaw na lang magbasa. Eto,
Our
eto,
topic for
eto.
today is
Freelancing.
freelancing and go ahead, Anna.
Freelancing and taxes, what every Pinoy gig worker should know. Ayan.
Ayan, ladies and gentlemen. Again, we will talk about taxes. Taxes. Why should we talk about taxes today, Jason?
Yun,
Um,
buti na lang.
well, bakit nga ba? Because we're all citizens tayo. We're all citizens
Nagawa na
of
sa
the
akin.
Philippines. And when looking at this year, if you're thinking about registering, it's a good time to get started for the year. Na, to register your business, to register yourself,
Yes.
and get on that track para yun, you can get all the benefits. May benefits naman din kasi of paying taxes. So you can get all the benefits of paying taxes. It's a good time to think about it, and yeah, we can discuss, and hopefully this discussion can help you decide kung magbayad ba kayo ng taxes, ready na ba kayo magbayad, and so on.
The thing is, eventually we are going to end up paying taxes anyway. So it's best that we get to familiarize ourselves with what is with paying taxes as a freelancer. As a freelancer, ha, kapag nagbabayad kayo ng tax ninyo dahil sa business ninyo, that is different from what we are discussing today as a freelancer. We do not know. There came a point where the government was looking at us online freelancers, and they were watching us carefully kung pababayarin tayo ng taxes or not. But as for now, this is optional, right? This is optional, so we are not forcing you, ladies and gentlemen, to pay your taxes, but we encourage you to get the knowledge about paying taxes. Dahil ito nga, pinag-aaralan pa natin hindi ito default na tinuro sa atin mula nung elementary. We really have to learn more about this. And there is a special case about us because we are freelancers. The implementation of law in our field is new and experimental. That's why we have to keep discussing about it because rules and law will change over time. But as for now, let's just try to make do with what we know. Kaya sa inyo, kung meron kayong mga tanong tungkol sa mga taxes as freelancers, remember, as freelancers, then go ahead and ask. But now, let me introduce our panel for today. Parang meron tayong nawawalang isang character. Wala si Mahar. Mahar, nandyan ka ba sa audience? Sana mag-ingay ka rin. But anyway, I'm glad to bring back my co-host here na ayaw pa rin mag-co-host, si Miss Anna
Hindi
Soriano.
naman.
Say hi.
Hindi naman sa ganon. Hello everyone, I'm back. Back ako back.
Busy si Miss Anna kasi nakakoncentrate siya. Almost 80% of her attention is going towards her baby. Say hi, baby. Hello, baby. There you go.
Hello.
Okay. And of course, nandito ang boss natin, si Mr. Jason Tulay. Say hi to everybody, please.
Hi everybody. Hi to everybody, please.
Ayun lang.
Hi to everybody.
Hindi ko natatanungin kasi baka ako'y ma-fire. Kaya wag na. Hindi ko natatanungin. Next in line is Miss Laura Cornelio. Thank you for being with us this day. Say hi to everybody, please.
Hi! Hello everybody! Hello Flipchat and Chill! Ngayon namin. So thank you everyone for, of course, watching us now. Thank you and hello Coach Jason, Coach LJ. So,
Hello.
hello!
Bigatin ng mga kasama natin. Isa sa mga mabigat din. Hindi po sa kilo, pero sa sa rango po niya. Hindi po sa kilo, sa rango po niya sa freelancing world, Mr. LJ Jose. Welcome back, Mr. LJ.
Hello, thank you Phoenix. Thank you Maana for inviting. May reason talaga ako maligo today. Kahit ang lamig dahil na-invite ako dito. Kaya ayun, napaligo ulit tuloy ako.
Mabuti naman.
I love that. I love that. Thank you very much for being with us. And last but not the least, isa sa mga iniidolo rin natin, uprising freelancing star. Parang nag-freeze ata siya eh. Tingnan natin. Joey, are you there?
Hello,
Nag-
hello. Can
There
you
you
hear
go.
me, guys?
Yes.
Ayun, sorry. Walang load yung backup ko eh. Anyway, Happy New Year. It's great to see you guys. Grabe, bigatin pala yung mga kasama. Wow.
Grabe, bumigat talaga ako.
Bumigat naman tayo lahat ata.
Yun na nga. Huwag ganon.
Ay, hindi, si
Well, thank
mama
you very
nabawasan ng timbang kasi
O,
ano nang
hindi pa ako
anak.
nakakabawi. Ano pa? Mabigat pa rin.
Wala pa rin nakakabawi. Well, I'm so glad that everybody's here. The superstars of freelancing are here to talk about this thing that we really need to discuss about. Sana po wag kayong matakot, wag kayong magalit, at wag kayong mabore because we really need to know more about this for knowledge sake. Hindi namin sinasabi na dapat mag-fill up na kayo bukas or whatnot, but this is for knowledge sake. Just in case na bukas, biglang magsasalita si BIR na lahat ng freelancers ay kailangan ng mag-file, at least hindi tayo magugulat. Right, ladies and gentlemen? So let me greet you guys, ang ating mga viewers po na kanina pa nag-aantay dyan.
Ako naman,
Miss
para
Denver.
magtatrabaho naman ako.
Oh, there you go. Hannah. Sige, go.
Ayun, hello daw kay Denver. Ang hirap ng pangalan. Makabuat. Happy New Year daw. Kay Arian, May, Balonga, Mahinay. Good evening. Happy New Year. Odette, Pepito, Andan. Happy New Year po to all. Watching from Las Piñas. God bless us. Jolene, hello. Watching from Batangas. Si Ange Buke. Good evening. Patricia Marie Arafel. Tama ba? Robbie and Alivio. Watching from Cebu. One of our BAB student daw siya. Patricia Marie Arafiles ulit. Watching from Lipa, Batangas. Grace Argaren. Josie Librero from Cebu rin. Si Girly Bicoy from Misamis Occidental. Ayan, si Ivan nanonood. Phoenix, magmukbang ka daw. Hello, Miss A. Welcome back sa'yo. Shout out to you, Sir Jason, Coach LJ, and Coach Liora. Happy New Year sa inyong lahat watching here from Baguio City. Ayan, umiiyak na ang anak ko at nakikibate. Si Patricia Marie, Ma'am Shiana, welcome back. Oh, thank you. Ivy Kabukos watching from Quezon City. Si Jeba, watching from Tagaytay. Ayan, nagpapadede na, pasensya na. Ano ba yan? Nagumubad na ako. Nakikita, wag na. Ayan, Darjik Tejada Arsua, watching from Cebu. Marietti Akang, Happy New Year. Ayan, si Carmi nanonood din, watching from Tansa, Cavite. And Patricia, puro si Patricia na mabati ko. Si Ryan Safra and Lenny Babaw from Marikina City. Ayun, nabasa ko na lahat. Hello sa inyong lahat and stay tuned lang. Huwag niyo po kaming iiwan until the end ng ating flip chat and chill. Uy, tapos na ako. Ano nangyari?
Is that it?
Oo.
Oh, okay. Hindi na, ano ba naman yan? Nakakonsentrate ako sa
Bakit
Clover.
kasi nguya ka
Hindi
ng
kit-
nguya?
Hindi ko kayo ladies and gentlemen, kindly let us know kung medyo mababa ang volume natin kasi feeling ko baka ako lang itong masyadong malakas magsalita. But I have a feeling that we cannot hear you guys clearly, loud, and si Jason lang ang clear, si Anna, LJ a little distant, and Leora and Joey as well are a little far. Pero let us know, ladies and gentlemen, please put it in the comments. Baka ako lang itong baka unit ko lang ang mahina. But anyway, okay, so we are talking about freelancing and taxes. What every Pinoy gig worker should know. Leora, sandali, before I go to Leora, is everybody here paying taxes? Lahat takot eh. Parang lahat takot eh. Yes, lahat kami. Yes, lahat kami. We are paying taxes. But okay. Laura, let me ask you, is there any difficulty with regards to paying taxes as a freelancer?
Oh my God. I'll be honest.
Lapit mo mic mo sa sa bibig mo.
To be honest, plan ko pa lang this year. Kaya, yes, na magbayad as self-employed. So, these are the purpose na umuo ako because I wanted to learn
Ah.
more talaga. So, nabanggit to before ni Coach LJ. So, at least ngayon mas nakakaano ako. But before, naging ano to sa akin no, na sabi ko, kasi may plan ako travel abroad. And I heard na dapat meron ka dapat na ano from BIR if
Mhm.
self-employed ka. So hindi ka makaka-travel. So after nun, inayos ko naman yung ibang mga kailangan. Then nagka-pandemic. Ayun, hindi na ako na nasikaso. So this year, I'm planning to register myself. Ayun
Wow.
po.
Buti naman na nabanggit mo ang travel. What's that visa again for Europe?
Schengen.
Yeah, Schengen visa. Yan. You cannot just go to Europe like Italy, Rome, France, yung mga lugar na yun if you don't have the Schengen visa. And with the Schengen visa, it requires you to have a business that is running for at least 2 years. Yan. Kaya kung balak ninyong lumipad at mamasyal, simulan nyo na po ngayon dahil kailangan may pruweba na 2 years. Hindi pwedeng aantayin nyo na mag-travel kayo saka nyo na lang asikasuhin ito. Kasi yung mga ibang mga visa talagang kailangang matagal na nagbabayad kayo ng taxes before they will approve your visa. That is a good point, Miss Laura. But LJ, since ikaw, what is the most difficult part of paying taxes as a freelancer, as a Filipino freelancer?
For me, siguro based on the questions na nakuha ko, kasi I wrote nga a blog post about it back in 2019, detailing all of my experience since I registered, di ba? So, ang maraming questions na nakuha ko is that a lot of people are still confused on what the process is, kung ano man yung mga requirements, dapat pa rin ba sila mag-declare or magbayad, even though parang corrupt na yung government because of the PhilHealth thing, di ba? So whatever, yung mga ganun na mga questions. So hindi na natin papupuntahin sa political, more on the technical side na lang tayo, di ba?
Yeah.
So yun nga, the questions are very on a case-by-case basis kasi from what I experienced na nasa Manila din ako when I was inquiring na nandun pa ako, some BIR offices have their own process. Like, hindi siya ganun siguro ka-standardized or hindi siya the dissemination of information is not, parang standard sa lahat ng even employees. So, I would always suggest na aside from the blog post that I wrote and then yung parang mga disclaimers and all of that, would be to check directly doon sa BIR office na yon. To call muna or kung meron mang active na FB page sila for them, then siguro mag-inquire muna para hindi rin masayang yung pagpunta, especially ngayon, di ba? So, that's what I did back in 2018 before ako nag-register ng 2019. So, tinawagan ko, I asked all of the information muna, kung sino man yung nakausap ko, di ba? Tapos, di ko alam pala yung nakausap ko was the head pala doon. So, nung minimension ko yung pangalan niya nung nandun na ako, parang, okay, siya pala yung nakausap mo. So, head pala namin niya. Okay, so yun. Okay naman lahat. So, yeah. Kaya ko sinulat din yung blog post to give clarification to a lot of people.
I like that. Mga what do you call them again? Mahar and the interns, pakilagay nga pakilagay sa comment yung blog ni LJ. Pakihanap na rin kung hindi nyo pa alam kung nasaan yun. Just put it there and we will highlight it. Joey, what is your input on this? Are you paying taxes or hindi pa?
You can see my smile. I will let it speak for itself. Hindi, joke lang. Anyway. I just started. So, bago lang din ako. And I've had experience. We've had businesses before. So, we've been paying taxes ever since naman. Registration-wise, kasi, ang problema sa BIR, if you make it's not you who made the mistake eh. Kasi wala ka namang alam eh. Sinabi ni person ganito na ganito gagawin mo, mali pala yung ginawa niya, ikaw ang magbabayad nung penalty. We've had that experience before na ito yung sinabi sa amin, ginawa namin, mali pala, may penalty kami tuloy. So much amount. So, in the end, what I realized is, especially if you're very busy, you don't have the time to learn, hire a professional, maybe a bookkeeper, or maybe yung outsource services like ano nga ba yun? Taxumo. I saw their website.
Yes.
They offer services for freelancers. I actually have my own bookkeeper who does the filing for me and the registration and everything. Nasa Quezon City siya. Ako nasa Bulacan.
It's that's actually a very good move. You hire professionals. We are friends with Taxumo, right, Anna? We are friends with Taxumo, right?
Yes,
And we are
sir.
friends with Taxumo, and we do promote what their services. Kasi nga, it makes our lives easier. Marami sa atin itong mahilig na ay gawin ko na lang kesa naman sa magbayad pa ako. Ay ako na lang kesa naman sa magbayad ka. I hope that with freelancing, you have learned na meron talaga tayong mga kanya-kanyang abilities which we can do things easier and faster. Pero pagdating sa numbers, maybe you are good. So go ahead and do that. But if with regards to paying taxes, hindi lang naman numbers ang pinag-uusapan eh. Marami pang mga involved dyan. Pero pwede mong i-exempt. Kaysa naman sa mag-google ka pa, which you are actually wasting so much of your time instead of magpadede, katulad ng ginagawa ni Ana, then you might as well just hire somebody to do that because they have memorized all of those and they can instantly say, yes, this is an exemption, this is not. They can instantly decide that for you. So yes, that is a very good move, Joey. Now, Jason, with the multiple businesses also that you have, how do you compare paying taxes from physical businesses to freelancing?
The thing is, the BIR or basically our systems aren't really built yet for online businesses, so it's actually the same lang. Depends how you register. Kasi I'm registered as a sole proprietorship. Pero if you register as a professional, yeah, there's camera ko. Wait lang, off ko na. Wait, let's see what's wrong with my camera. Yung malabo ako. Ayan. Or if you register yourself as a professional, it's easier kasi and you're paying taxes like mga real estate professionals and other parang independent contractors. So if you registered as a business, it's the same as any other business. If you registered as a professional, it's the same as any other professional actually. So yeah, because we don't have any special things yet for online businesses and online freelancers.
But is it like balance? Is there a huge difference between paying taxes from your physical business to freelancing?
In terms of the process, it's pretty much the same if we're just talking about BIR. Where it differs probably is when we talk about the city, yung local taxes, yung city taxes, ganon. If you're registered as a professional, you're not really bound to pay the city taxes aside from cedula. But businesses that have locations, they have separate tax pa na city taxes. Pero like all my taxes are done through Taxumo naman, so it's really easy. And the process for paying taxes, even if you don't do Taxumo, you can still line up in the bank or line up sa BIR and so the process is pretty much the same actually.
That's nice. That's good. Yeah, and speaking of Taxumo, may tanong si Friends G, how much po services ng Taxumo and what specific services do they offer? Do they only offer their services to specific cities in the country or nationwide? I think it's Anna who's going to answer this dahil memoryado niya.
Si Bossing actually gumagamit ng Taxumo pero hindi ko pa kasi nagagamit. Ako din kasi.
Okay.
Naka-register pa lang din naman ako. Nakalipat pa lang ako ng RDO actually. Dapat nung pandemic, dapat aasikasuhin ko din yun. So, since buntis nga ako ng time na yun, hindi ko rin
Yeah, it's okay.
naasikaso.
You're pregnant. Yun naman,
And then,
yun
yun
naman
nga.
malaking
May
excuse. You're
excuse.
pregnant.
Pero nakakalabas ng ibang bagay. Anyway, yun na nga. Parang, di ba bossing, meron sila services na ino-offer for freelancers din eh.
Oo.
Affiliate tayo ng Taxuma. Pero hindi ako familiar. Ikaw na nga, bossing. Sagutin mo.
They have
Sabay
different
ganun.
different plans. Ang dami ng option. You can you can just go on their website and check. Pero mga less than 1,000 pesos per month.
May annual, sila, di ba? Merong annual, may quarterly yata, or may...
Oo, may annual, may 2-year billing, ganun. Check mo lang sa website nila para you can get all the information there. And if you sign up using our code, FLIP, when you sign up, there's a coupon code area. If you use FLIP, then you'll get a
discount.
may free trial ka, may additional free trial ka.
Okay.
Kalimutan ko yung details. Alam mo yung details?
Hindi. Mapahanap natin.
Oo. Pero may free trial ka, so use it if you use the coupon code FLIP when you're ordering. Pero check mo lang sa website. They have a plan for mga freelancers, mga small businesses, and even mga medium businesses din.
So, parang yan yung pinaka parang favorable na gamitin din yung mga online na payments na yan. Since yun nga, pandemic ngayon, ayaw mo rin pumili sa mga bangko. At saka yung iba, di ba, parang kaya ayaw magbayad din ng taxes kasi pupunta pa ng bangko, lalabas pa, haba ng pila, magfa-file. So, si Taxumo na rin ang magfa-file for you, di ba? Tama, bossing? Magfa-file
Yeah,
na lang sila. So, ang gagawin mo na lang talaga is magbabayad. Ang mahirap lang talaga sa start, yung magpapa-register ka. Ewan ko, nagpa-process din yata sila ng registration, tama?
In Metro Manila, ng process ng
Okay,
registration.
oo. Kasi parang ang una mong gagawin, lalo na pag ngayon, pagbukas ng taon, magbabayad ka ng 500 pesos na registration fee, tas makakuha ka anong tawag lang sa form na yun, nakalimutan ko na. Kasi dati nung bookkeeper ako yung nag-aasikaso actually yan. Every year, ako yung nakapila, kaya alam ko ang hirap ng ginagawa every year ng pagpa-file ng pag-April, tapos pag January, yung magbabayad ka ng 500 pesos nga. Kaya,
Daming tao kasi.
oo, yun. So, ang sakit pumila. Ang haba parate. So, yun. Check mo na lang, France, tapos i-check din namin yung, kung ano yung papahanap ko about Taxumo. Ayan.
And let me ask, si LJ nga. LJ, was there anything that was surprising to you when you were paying taxes? Like, hindi ko alam na ganito pala. Especially as a freelancer. Was there any issue that you encountered that hindi ma-predict normally as a freelancer when it relates to paying taxes?
Okay. So, kasi thank you, Phoenix. Yung registration ko kasi is that I cannot go over 3 million per year. Otherwise, mababat na ako nun. May additional 12% na babayaran. So, I just make sure that I keep my earnings below 3 million. So, kung malapit na, magpahinga-pahinga muna ako. Ganun.
Ay, ba't
Sabi ko, so kung...
Ay.
So that is one thing to watch out for. Ingatan nyo, especially kayo na hindi pa nag-start na magbayad ng taxes ninyo, you better watch out if your income is beyond 3 million already, then pahinga na muna, sabi ni.
Tama na daw maraming pera. Nabalang ka ng sound na.
LJ, you're mute.
Oo.
Sorry.
Then,
Depende kasi dun sa registration nila. So ako, may nagtanong din kasi dun sa pinost ko for just soliciting questions. Siguro I can go back to it later. Kung about the 8% thing or the 3% thing. So, yung akin kasi is the 8% as in tax rate. So, yun yung bago nung BIR during that time nung nag-register ako. So, tinake advantage ko na siya para ma-experience tsaka mapag-experimentohan ko rin at tsaka gumawa ako ng blog post about it. And the traditional one, which is the percent gradual rates. So yung akin is that first until may threshold na ako ng 3 million per year. Otherwise magbabat na nga siya, may additional na. And then I don't have to keep receipts, I don't have to own a lot of journals or books para yun. As in kung ano lang talaga ina-earn ko and then kakalculate na nun. For the 3% thing, pagpataas ng pataas yung ina-earn mo, pataas ng pataas din yung percentage ng babayaran mo. So, yun. Kaya, to keep things simple, at wala ako masyadong isipin, yun na lang yung niregister ko kaysa sa mag-keep back ng receipts, mag-record ng expenses, whatever na mga kaguluhan, hindi ko naman kailangan. Yun, depende yun sa inyo. Depende yun sa inyo.
Alright. That's kind of mataas yung 3 million. But Jason, is 3 million income really that far-fetched? Is it really that far? Mga special people like LJ lang ba ang nakaka-achieve niyan, or
Si
do you
LJ.
think it's actually easy to reach that number?
Well, how do you meet LJ? There's something wrong with your mic.
Oo, may umi-echo.
Yeah.
Oo. Well, si LJ lang ata naka 3 million. Parang
Wow.
special din si LJ.
Wala
Well,
pong laglagan, wala po.
most of us don't have to worry about that. So, yun, most naman sa mga freelancers are earning mga less than 100k or 100k. Even if you earn 100k a month, that's only 1.2 million, diba? So, I don't think anyone here has to worry about it. And if you do, it's a good problem to have. That means you're earning a lot of money.
Yes.
So, so wag mong problemahin. That's a lot of
Problemahin
people
ang
are.
hindi problema.
Yung mga yung mga special cases like LJ lang, yung mga sagad-sagad na ang
Problema
Hindi,
agencies dyan.
marami kasi nagtatanong kung magkano daw ina-earn ko or whatever. So sinasabi ko, basta less than 3 million per year lang para hindi ako mabat. So yun na lang yung template response ko. Kasi yun lang naman talaga yung nasa registration ko di ba? So yun na lang yung response ko para, standard. According to law.
Okay na.
I actually like that answer because it's either
Yeah.
it's an impressive number, or it can even be zero because it's less than 3 million.
Yes.
As simple as it. But that is a very good motivation for you, ladies and gentlemen. Kung gusto ninyong kung gusto niyo nang mag-push sa inyo, then sasabihin nyo na lang na as long as I don't go beyond 3 million, push na lang kayo ng push. Who knows kung isa rin kayo sa mga magiging katulad ni LJ na malapit ng problemahin ang VAT. O, di ba? Joey, what is for you as a taxpayer sa businesses ninyo, and now that you are considering paying taxes as a freelancer, what is the fear?
Fear ko, number one na fear ko actually is magkamali ako or yung bookkeeper ko. Kasi I've had experience this na hindi namin, it's because we didn't know. Actually, this was before kumuha kami ng bookkeeper. Hindi namin alam na kailangan pala nagpa-file ka monthly. Tapos, nagulat kami na ang penalty is, I think it was almost 20,000. And zero income kami nung month na yun eh. Tapos,
Talaga.
yun. Ito ang surprising. Natawaran namin, naging 1,000. Pwede pala yun.
Zero income, 1,000 lang, diba? Kasi
Oo
meron
nga,
isang penalty sa dun sa income na dapat i-declare mo na hindi mo nabayaran. Tax. So, dapat 1,000
yun nga.
lang talaga yun.
Hindi kami nag-declare. That's the problem daw. So anyway, mukhang ang ginawa nila, binackdate nila or something para 1,000 lang yung babayaran namin. So at least, di ba? Pero from that day on, doon ako natuto na, okay, kailangan naka-bookkeeper kami. Otherwise, yun nga, pag nagkamali ka, o kahit pag nagkamali bookkeeper mo, hindi naman siya yung mapumblema. Ikaw pa rin yung mamumblema eh.
Mhm.
No, it's still your problem. So, dapat, for me, yun yung fear ko na dapat, may idea rin ako kahit papaano dun sa taxes na pina-file at binabayaran. But, I just have to have an expert do the job. A reliable one, like siguro nga, yung si Taxumo, or if you know someone na alam mo na hindi ka lolokohin, that's also a good option.
Very nice. Very good answer. Yan ang kagandahan sa merong experience sa paying taxes in different forms. Now, let me ask Liora, since ikaw, as you said, papasok ka pa lang sa pagbabayad ng taxes as a freelancer. Panel and audiences, let's check kung well-prepared si Liora. Liora, what are the things that you have prepared? For example, bukas magfa-file ka na. What have you prepared for for registering and paying taxes?
Yeah. So I think ang naano ko lang ngayon is ano ba 'yun, sedula and also I think it's the birth certificate and ano pa ba? Well, if you're married, of course you need to provide yung ano mo. And what else pa ba? Hala, kalimutan ko na. So,
Yung mga forms daw, yung mga forms dapat
Ayan.
naka-fill up na.
Oo. Yung
Suffice it to
Anong
say,
gaspat
hindi ka
na
pa
naman
ready.
daw, senyora? Ano ba?
Hindi pa siya prepared. I wanted to ask this. I really wanted to ask this. Buti nga't nandito si Liora eh. Kasi many of the freelancers, believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen, marami sa inyo itong naive when it comes to paying taxes because many of you haven't paid tax. Maybe property tax lang siguro, inutusan lang kayo na nagbayad and that's it. But the whole process of having your own business and presenting yourself to the government as a citizen, as a tax-paying citizen, marami sa inyo itong walang kaalam-alam when it comes to this matter. Nagtrabaho tayo, bahala na silang nag-alaga sa atin, right? That's the good thing about working for corporate because they get to take care of you. They get to take care of your taxes as well. Parang magugulat ka na lang na nakaltasan ang sahod mo. But now, as a freelancer, you really have to tend to these matters by yourself. So, what are the things that we need to prepare for if in case bukas na bukas we wake up in the morning and say I want to pay my taxes, so ano ang dapat nating i-prepare, Anna, as the bookkeeper? What are the things that you ask from first timers? Nakamute ka.
Kung dati kang employee, tapos naka-register ka sa isang RDO, kasi di ba minsan kapag halimbawa sa ano ka, sa Quezon City yung office mo, dun ka naka-register. So, kung freelancer ka na, kung saan yung address mo syempre, dun ka dapat magre-register. So, magta-transfer ka ng RDO niyan dapat. Tapos, prepare ka syempre ng pera dahil magbabayad ka ng tax, di ba? Fill up ka ng form, tapos yun nga, kailangan yung mga yung certificate of registration na yan na tinatawag, tapos magbabayad ng 500 pesos. Tapos, para hindi ka mahirapan, yun nga, maghanap ka na lang ng katulad ng Taxumo na mag-aasikaso for you para yung mga payments mo for every month, for yung monthly, hindi mo na kailangan lumabas para asikasuhin pa yan, dagdag pa yan, and sayang yung oras mo as a freelancer, diba? Dahil nag-work tayo online and yung oras natin binabayaran, so dapat may iba nang gagawa for us, and yun, online na nga. Kasi online naman din yung work natin. So, dapat hindi na natin yan iniintindi pa. Kasi yun yung kadalasang wino-worry ng iba. Kaya ayaw din magbayad. So, yun. Importante din kasi talaga na nagbabayad tayo. Like, kung gusto natin maglo-loan. Kasi since, diba, wala tayong talagang employer na matatawag na katulad sa corporate na nagbibigay ng ITR, kailangan talaga on our own, nagpa-file tayo noon para kung gusto mo mag-loan sa bank, or yun, gusto mong mag-travel abroad, meron tayong ipapakita na ITR. So, yun. That's it.
Are you saying malaki ang advantage ng mga nanggaling corporate na nag-transition to freelancing versus mga tambay na naging freelancer?
In terms saan? Sa pagpa-file?
Yeah, pagpa-file ng taxes.
Hindi naman din. Kasi parang yung mga galing din naman sa corporate, hindi rin naman nila alam kung paano yung inaasikaso. Diba? Kasi merong taga-asikaso nun. Ang una mo lang step talaga niyan is magbibigay ka, may pa-fill upan din sa'yo sa corporate sa office, diba? papafill upin ka lang din yan at sila na yung bahala din yan mag-asikaso. So, parang same lang din kung hindi ka talaga naglalakad ng mga bagay-bagay na yan, hindi mo rin talaga malalaman. Kaya makakatulong talaga yung blog post natin. Yung blog post din ni LJ, yan. Para dun sa mga gusto nang mag-start na magbayad at mag-asikaso ng kanilang mga kung wala ka pang TIN, yan muna yung aasikasuhin mo, lalo na kung hindi ka pa talaga nag-work sa corporate, diba? Kuha ka muna ng TIN number. So kung meron ka ng TIN dati sa corporate, hindi ka na syempre kukuha niyan dahil bawal ang dalawang TIN, diba? So yun yung mga malalaman nila sa blog post din ni LJ, yung para sa freelancer to specifically, kung gusto mong mag-file ng income tax and magamit for loan purposes and travel purposes.
Very nice. Good. Yeah, yan galing po sa ex-bookkeeper nating si Ana. Ex-bookkeeper. Ayaw na po sa bookkeeper.
Ayoko na niya.
Ayaw na. But here's a comment from Romeo De Leon. First, you need to register with BIR form 2303 even for a freelancer. In addition, you have to have your own official receipt registered. You will use this every time you receive your compensation from your clients. Ayan. Ito ay ang mga nakaka-overwhelm sa akin. That's sandali, let me go to Jeline first. Paano po yung mga freelancers na may corporate job? Required po ba din na mag-register sa BIR? Who wants to answer this?
Pwede naman, mix kasi income mo. Kung corporate ka, nagpa-file yung corporate, yung office para sa, yung sa office na work mo, nagpa-file na yon. Tapos ikaw, magpa-file ka. Pwede yung mix income, alam ko. So, kung gusto mo pa rin at ikaw ay talagang law-abiding citizen, why not? Choke na, diba? Pero parang enough na siguro yung naka-file na yung kung nasa corporate ka, diba? Parang for me.
Kung marami kang racket, 'di ba? So pwede mo anuhin. Pero kung gusto mo siguro i-simplify yung buhay mo at ayaw mo ng mga gulo-gulo, 'di ba? Ang unofficial ko siguro na diyan na advice, which is sinabi ko rin sa iba, unofficial to is that wag mo naguluhin yung buhay mo.
Kaya nga, 'di ba?
'Di ba?
I love that answer. Well, there will come a time when the government will say, freelancers, kailangan yung magbayad. Doon na tayo talagang required, just like in the US, required na talaga lahat ng mga income natin, merong mga kaltas-kaltas dyan. There will come a time when that will happen. Pero, yun nga, if you are already a tax-paying citizen, tapos meron ka mga ibang mga racket dyan, it really is your choice. Pero yun nga, unofficially, huwag mo nang guluhin ang buhay mo. But, here's the thing. Ewan ko lang, ladies and gentlemen, if some of you can relate. But let's say that you know nothing about paying taxes. Is it really nothing? Absolutely nothing about paying taxes. Kahit na anong edad tayo. Kasi meron dito sa Pilipinas itong mga nagpupurdeya lang. For example, mga freelancers din sa dito sa offline. Yung mga yon, they are not paying taxes. They were born and raised not knowing much about paying taxes. Kasi nga, walang official employment. So they grow up not knowing anything about paying taxes. Now explain about the procedure of paying taxes ngayon na gusto na nila. For example, is it wise to go straight to a bookkeeper, to a tax expert, or is it wise to go straight to BIR and say, "Hey, I want to pay my taxes. What should I do?" Ano ba? Who wants to answer that?
Ako siguro muna. So, to the benefit of everyone naman. So, before ako register, so not really siguro pay ka agad, di ba? Kasi of course, you have to register and then file muna. And then based on your income, because kahit ano registration ka pa man, you have the 250,000 per year na exemption. So, if you're earning up to that amount, you don't need to pay anything, but you still have to file. Pero technically, pag mag-register ka, kailangan mo i-estimate yon throughout the year, di ba? And 250,000 per year is magkano lang ba yun monthly? Di ba? So kaya siya parang may exemption na ganon. Now, on my case naman, since I started working online, yung kabasnan pa ng mundo, di ba? Hindi talaga ako registered. So 2019 lang. So after how many years na gusto ko talaga, nung 2017, nag-try ako mag-register, malapit ako mapaway sa City Hall kasi hindi nila alam kung ano yung pinagsasabi ko. So I just gave up on that effort, 'di ba? Until na-clarify sa akin yung mga bagay-bagay nung 2018. Pero kasi it was already the fourth quarter. So nung tumawag ako sa BIR, sabi nila, sir, wag ka na mag-register ngayon kasi fourth quarter na. Magbabayad ka ng 500 ngayon and then January magbabayad ka ulit. So January 2019 na ako nakapag-register talaga. And this was a question for me recently nung December then someone na nag-message sa akin. So papunta na siya dapat on that day talaga. Sabi ko, huwag ka na pumunta. Next, sa January ka na mag-register, kundi madodouble ka magbabayad. So for sure, pag pumunta siya, yun din yung siguro i-advise sa kanya ng BIR. Baka ha. So yun. So siguro I would say na to call talaga muna or contact them to know the details, the requirements of it. Siguro basahin mo na yung blog posts and resources that we have about it. If they want to consult, yung mga consultants ng Taxumo, I just saw that they have a free online coaching or a free online parang onboarding if you want to know more about their services. So you can check them there na lang. And then siguro, if you're really decided, if you really want to do it due to whatever your reason man, yung reason ko kasi was that I wanted to immigrate, di ba? Migrate, whatever. So, kailangan mataas dapat yung i-report ko. Kasi para hindi ako ma-decline sa visa, nakakahiya pag na-decline. Di ba? Makikita sa record yon. So, ayun, yun talaga yung goal ko. Kaya ako nag-register.
That is very true. Whatever your reasons are, ladies and gentlemen, kung gusto niyo pumunta ng Australia, Canada, wherever you want to go, you have to prove to those countries that you are a good citizen of this country first. Kaya kahit na pagod na kayo dito sa sawang-sawa na kayo at hate na ninyo ang Pilipinas, you still have to be a good citizen and pay your taxes before you can get out of the country. Yes, thank you very much, Romeo De Leon, for saying you don't need to be a tax expert to file your tax return. You don't need a tax expert even. You can file it online naman. Yeah, thank you very much for that info.
Siguro ang ipo-point out ko lang din dun sa Phoenix is that mahirap lang in the beginning is that when it comes to registering, kasi there is no system yet, there is no memorandum from BIR na pwede mag-register online. You really have to go to the branch or to the BIR office to do it. So for me, yun lang yung pinaka malaking struggle or parang harang ngayon, especially pandemic time.
May dadagdag lang ako. Meron din naman talagang madali lang naman talagang mag-file, pero aminin natin, meron talagang mga tao na kahit simple lang yung gagawin, mahirap talaga para sa kanila yung ano ba to yung i-fill up na amount sa si Phoenix, saan ba ilalagay ito, kung magkano ba yung dapat ilagay, ganyan, di ba? So kung ikaw talaga clueless kung paano. Yan, may nagsabi naman na pwede kang pumunta sa BIR para daw sa briefing for business registration ganyan. Pero kung ikaw ayaw mo talaga nung tipong maabala ka pa, ayan, merong gagawa para sa iyo. Yun nga lang, magbabayad ka pa rin. Pero yun, less na ng pag-iisip para sa iyo. Para sa mga taong ayaw na lang mag-isip. Para may gagawa na para sa iyo, di ba? Kasi talagang yung iba, parang naku-confuse din. Kapag tinignan mo kasi yung form ng BIR, ang dami dong mga di ba, mga nakasulat na ano ba to, sinong tatanungan ko, paano ba to, ganyan, di ba? So katulad ni Joey, nag-hire na lang siya ng bookkeeper, di ba? So yun, less stress din para sa iyo. Although dapat nga on your part, may alam ka pa rin kasi malay mo makuha mo, hindi maloko ka rin, sabihin sa'yo ito yung babayaran mo, tapos hindi naman pala, di ba? Kasi dyan din kumikita yung iba, parang dinodoble nila yung yung sisingilin sa'yo instead na mas mababa naman talaga yung babayaran. So dapat may knowledge ka pa rin. So yun, very helpful kung magbabasa ka pa rin ng mga blog posts natin. At saka meron naman din online na pwede mong makita kung tama ba yung sisingilin sa'yo. Para hindi lang ikaw lang talaga yung maglalakad at hindi ikaw mag-fill up. Kung mag-hire ka man ng bookkeeper or kung sino man na gagawa for you. So yun.
Yep.
I love your example. Yes, Jason.
Even me, actually, sa totoo lang, I understand. Tamad. Pero nakaka-confuse kasi minsan yung mga, saan ba ilagay ito, di ba? Even ako, I studied accounting in college.
Di ba?
And na-confuse ako when I first looked at the BIR form. Ang tagal. Kasi ang daming mga posibleng fields. Dito ba ilagay yung earnings, dito ba yun? So, para sa akin, it's worth it if you pay a bookkeeper.
Yes.
Kasi yung oras mo, isipin mo how many hours it takes you to fill up the forms every quarter ba or every month, depende sa what kind of filing you're doing. Sabihin natin, it takes you 3 hours to fill up the forms. Tapos, pipila ka pa sa bank. And if near deadline ka pa pipila, you'll spend another 2 hours dun, di ba? So let's say 4, 5, 6 hours total doing
Sayang,
all the
diba?
taxes. So, sayang yung
May 100 per hour si bossing. $100 per hour.
110 per hour. Yung
Sayang.
kahit
Mabayad na lang niya.
kahit $5 per hour ka.
Well!
Yun, tapos 6 hours ang spend mo.
Yeah.
50 times 6. That's like, that's like 1,500. Tapos yung oras pa, yung pagod pa, di ba? So,
Stress.
worth it. Yung stress pa, di ba? Pag uwi mo sa bahay, you can't work kasi na-stress ka, di ba? So, for me, it's worth it to pay somebody else to do it. Rather than...
Para sila yung mas stress.
para sila yung mas stress. And if you're
yung trabaho ko dati, ako yung nasa-stress.
And if ikaw yung freelancer na hindi mo pa kaya na let's say, earnings mo less than 10,000 per month pa, ganun. Hindi mo pa kaya afford na mag-bookkeeper or mag-tax sumo, baka hindi pa right time na magbayad ka ng tax. So, most of the time, if parang testing pa lang, I don't recommend na you register na. If you're still not sure about yung freelancing, which normally, di ba, when we get started, parang you're still testing the waters. Pero once you earn siguro mga 30,000, ganun, that's like a good amount para sa akin for you to register.
Yes. Lalo na kung hindi pa stable or hindi pa regular dun sa client, diba? Kasi, hindi natin masasabi. Kasi pagka once nag-file ka na, kailangan every month magpa-file ka pa rin yan kahit wala kang income.
Yep.
So, talagang
Yeah.
may babayaran ka pa rin. Kung hindi ikaw ang magpa-file at magbabayad ka na iba, parang may expense ka pa rin na, diba? So, tama yung advice ni Bossing. Test lang.
May pala ako, may tip pag pupunta kayo ng branch. So, nung pumunta kasi ako para mag-update middle of this year, mas una in-assist yung taong nagsabi na online seller siya kesa sa akin. So, parang matunog yung words na online selling sa kanila. In-assist ka agad before sa akin na mas nauna ako sa pila. So, yun. So, kung gusto niyo i-try yun, kung gusto niyo gamitin, sabihin doon, sige, go, you can try it.
Try it.
Naalala ko lang nung yung friend ko, I think 2018, punta siya ng BIR, gusto niya mag-register. Sabi niya, i-register niya yung kanyang online freelancer daw siya. Sabi sa kanya nung officer of the day, sure ka? Wag na!
Tinuruan pa, wag na. Ayos.
Siguro kasi hindi nila alam. Pero sa experience ko naman, sabi nga ni Sir Jason, it's the same process when you register as a non-licensed professional. So, yung mga, paano ba? I'm not sure about doctors or lawyers, pero kasi yung dad ko, consultant siya. And he's also registered as self-employed. And basically, yung process niya and process ko is the same. So, if sana mababait yung mga staff ng RDO ng BIR nyo, para tulungan kayo. Speaking of which, kung gusto niyo mag-register, hanapin niyo muna kung saan kayo naka-base na RDO. Hanapin niyo lang dun sa website ng BIR. Lagay niyo lang yung address niyo, city, general location. Then what is my RDO? Ganon. And then para at least sila na yung tamang makatulong sa inyo.
Yes.
Oh, that's a good tip.
Yes, I would second yung tip ni Joey nga about the RDO thing. Kasi nung nag-transfer ako from Taguig to Davao. Dalawa kasi dito. So yung na-transferan ko is yung mali na RDO pa talaga. So pinatransfer ko pa ulit. Which is hindi ko na in-include din sa blog post ko kasi nakakahiya na. So yun, sinasabi ko na sa inyo ngayon na nagkamali ako. Dalawa kasi yung dito sa amin sa Davao. So sometimes in other areas, baka isa lang, baka or dalawa, di ba? Pero yun nga, just make sure na i-check ninyo tsaka tama yung pag-transferan ninyo.
Tao lang nagkakamali din.
That's
Nakakahiya
the
eh. Nakakahiya.
that's the biggest that I hate about going to the government, especially BIR, kasi BIR is one of the strongest entities. Sila talaga itong mga boss. Pwede ka nilang sigawan kapag gusto nila. Yun ang ayoko sa sa this thing about being with people. Yung example ni Ana kanina, yung maraming mga overwhelming information doon, especially pag magre-register ka for the very first time. Actually, uh, although I am a big fan of paying people to do the work for you, I'm a very strong advocate of that, ladies and gentlemen. Pero when it came to paying taxes, I just want to do it for the experience. But gusto ko lang masubukan na ano ba ang feeling ng magbayad ng tax. When I went there for the first time, yan nga, overwhelming yung mga forms na yan. So I went to whomever the person there on the desk is and asked, "Can you explain this to me like a 9-year-old?" Wala na, sinigawan na ako. so that is, yeah, because maraming mga information doon yung sabi ni Romeo, patulong tayo sa mga nakapag-file na before. That is something that I didn't do. Pumunta na lang ako, basta pumasok na lang ako sa BIR, tapos explain this to me like I'm a 9-year-old boy. Parang ganun na lang ginawa ko doon. Siyempre, pati naman sila na windang din. Kaya ako
Uwi ka,
nakipag-away doon.
9-year-old ka pa lang.
And communicating with people, if that is also one of your weaknesses, best that you find some experts or yung mga may experience na nga, yung katulad na ng sabi ni Romeo, hanap ka ng mga sa dami-dami na mga nagbayad ng tax dyan, for sure matutulungan ka nila. There's a question here that I want to address. Sana yun? Yan, from Carlo. Paano kung ang earnings mo ay mixed from freelancing and from ad networks like Google AdSense? Who wants to answer this?
Paano mixed freelancing? Parang na lang yun, di ba? Kung freelancer ka na, as a freelancer, as a whole na yun na i-declare mo. Hindi na siya hindi mo na i-enumerate na
separate.
ad. Oo, di ba? So, as a whole na yung pag-declare mo.
Yeah, bundle it in one. Para yun nga, sabi nga ni LJ na wag mo nang pasakitin ang ulo mo. Ni says, unlike online sellers, they are very visible online. Mas makikita siguro nila ang YouTuber kesa freelancers.
Parang sinasabi niya yung income. So, depende sa kung magkano i-declare mo.
VR has any way of checking your income. So, may tuloy ba to? So, depende yan sa dineclare mo. I see. So, it really depends on what you declare. Pero let's talk more as freelancers kasi ito talaga ang medyo invisible pa talaga sa government. And hindi pa nila tayo pinag-iinitan, pero kailangan handa na tayo just in case na darating yung time na pag-initan na tayo. Hindi pa kasi nila nasilip dahil marami pang mga nagti-TikTok dyan, nag-YouTube dyan, kaya sila pa ang mga pinag-iinitan ng gobyerno. Kaya tayo silensyo lang tayo, but there will come a time when we will be required because this is still a job, this is still an income. Wag nating masamaan ang loob natin because we are still Filipinos, we are still residing here in the Philippines. We need to pay our dues eventually. Yeah. Malay natin kung yung mga anak na lang natin ang magkakaproblema niyan. We do not know, but it is best that we know things rather than katulad ko nga na pumasok sa BIR na explain this to me as a 9-year-old. Yan, sinigaw-sigawan pa ako. Now, Leora, for someone who is still considering on paying taxes as a freelancer, what about you ask, since nandito ang mga experts natin, I'll give you one question to ask. kung anong gusto mong tanungin.
Ay, may dagdag na lang pala ako, Phoenix. So,
Sige, mag-isip ka, Liora, habang nagsasalita si LJ.
sorry. So yun, so siguro one of the benefits, yun nga, maybe we can also explain about the benefits of having filing your taxes and then paying for them is that you will get the yung annual ITR nga, or even the quarterly ones, and you can use them for, a lot of things that you're applying for, especially pag mga loans ba yan, or housing loans, car loans, or anything na kailangan yung financial requirement na yon. Recently, I asked for a credit limit increase sa cards ko. And you know what they said? Talagang nakakahiya. We acknowledge receipt of your request for an increase in credit limit. We regret to inform you that at this time, we're unable to grant you a higher credit limit. So, di ba? So, parang, sabi ko, bakit
Kung
gano'n?
alam lang nila, no? Na 3 million ka.
So, we're almost 3 million earner, ha?
Ang basis kasi was yung in-upload ko for the 2019 ko na annual ITR, which is hindi naman ganun kalakihan. So,
2.9
tapos
million.
nung nag-apply din ko ng mga credit cards recently, sabi ko, bakit 5 figures lang yung binibigay sa akin? Usually, yung iba 6 figures yung binibigay sa akin na credit limit. Diba? So, parang mga ganun, you can use it as a basis. Maybe, kaya ngayon, 2021 na nga, so I'll be filing soon and I'll be using the new document to support yung mga pag mag-apply ako ng mga ganyan.
Isampal mo
So,
sa kanilang anak ang iyong bagong ITR.
Okay. Papasok ako ng Toyota. Gusto ko ng tatlong
Tatlong ang Fortuner dyan, gano'n.
tatlong Fortuner, please.
Well, yeah, it really is something that we need to dig into kasi nga I know a friend who has the cash to buy a motorcycle pero ayaw talagang ibigay sa kanya, kailangan through credit daw. So with that, marami mga hoopla na naman na dadaan dyan na BIR is also involved there. So we really have to take care of this dahil malaki ang galamay ng BIR, na marami siyang affected na mga bagay-bagay sa buhay natin na mai-encounter din natin in the future. Romeo says, sipag ni Romeo, it is important that we file our ITR because many government transactions and even private one requires our latest ITR. Yan nga. Yan ang to some people who may not be, yung mga katulad ko na kulong lang sa bahay, walang pakialam kung anong nangyayari sa mundo, maybe time is passing by na hindi natin alam na in the future meron tayong kakailanganin na kailangan pala yung mga ITR na yan. So best that we take care of it. Juliet Castillo says, ganun. So hindi ko pala i-declare yung 3M ko. Yan, sabi si LJ nga 2.9 million. 2.9.
Kayo ang nagsasabi ng figures, wala akong sinasabi. According to my registration, I earn less than 3 million per year. According to my registration.
Ayan, may disclaimer pa rin. According to my registration.
According to my registration, I am non-VAT registered, so I can only earn 3M, below 3M per year.
Okay na.
All right. Okay, Liora, what is your question?
Okay, yes. So, yung tanong ko po is, if mag-apply na po, mag-register na po ako, ano ba yung i-register ko na name is, self-employed or sole proprietor and So, isa yun sa nakakagulo talaga. And is there any form na separate for sa online freelancer? Kasi before, nagtanong ako, hindi nila alam. So, parang lalong paano magsisimula? Sila mismo hindi nila alam. So, ayun.
Very good question. Very good question. Sino sasagot niyan? Who wants to answer that?
I want to, sa experience namin, because nag-run na ako ng store, may corporation na kami set up and all that. So, basically, I'm not sure if it's still valid. That was like 5 years ago. Pero, yung self-employed is if you are offering services as yourself. So, tulad ko, I'm a writer, I'm gonna be self-employed. If I'm a lawyer, self-employed kasi yung sarili ko, ang ino-offer ko, yung ginagawa ko. For sole proprietor, that's usually mga businesses uh, online or offline, doesn't matter, na meron kang ino-offer na ang tawag dyan, product
Pwede din services.
or service. Pero yung service, hindi ikaw lang. Kasi, ang service ng sole proprietor is meron kang mga, tawag doon, yung mga barbero, yung salon, yan, sole proprietorship. But speaking of sole proprietorship, that means ikaw lang mag-isa. It's just you. Ngayon, meron pang isa dyan, yung partnership. Yung partnership naman, I think that would already fall under the SEC. Mag-ano ka na doon? What do you call that?
May ano na DTI.
May ka-partner ka na. May DTI ka na, you have to put a name which is separate from your name. Tapos, speaking of which, sole proprietorship, pwede rin pala iba pangalan mo. Yes. Like, nung nag-grab ako, meron akong sarili kong pangalan na transport. Tapos, register siya under sole proprietorship. Tapos, partnership, dalawa kayo. And then, syempre, may hatian kayo doon. And then, may pangalan din siya. Kumbaga, it's business na nakatayo siya. And then, ang nagbabayad ng tax yung business. And then, of course, yung corporation, which is, a minimum of 5. I'm not gonna tackle into that, no? Kasi we're focused on freelancing. So, generally, if you're a freelancer, especially if you're working alone, self-employed. Yes. And then eventually, kung gusto mo maging agency, which is meron ka ng mga 5, let's say 5, 10, 15 people working under you, doon ka na mag-register, either as a sole prop, partner, corporation, whatever. Pero it's a very deep topic. Promise.
Yep.
I love that. Thank you very much for that answer. Leora, are you satisfied?
Yes. But
May answer pa ako dyan.
Oh, sige. Go ahead, LJ.
So going back dun sa parang sinabi ko kanina to simplify your kabuhayan, 'di ba? You can go to BIR, sabihin mo lang, sige po, I'd like to register as an individual self-employed professional. So alam na dapat nila kaagad 'yon, individual self-employed professional. You can before BIR, you can actually claim a DTI business name even if you're only an individual self-employed professional, which is the same sa akin. So nung tinanong na ako for the business name, nung nasa BIR, nilagay ko yung DTI business name ko. And we have like a lot kasi of DTI business names. So, kaka-open lang din ng mom ko kasi ng single proprietorship. So, pwede mo rin yun gawin. If you want, kasi meron ding 8% ang sole proprietorship. It's just really a difference in the terms and the registration. Pero, mas marami lang siyang other requirements. So, para mapadali ang buhay mo, if you really want to just, start and get it running, then you can go with the individual self-employed professional.
I love that. Love that. Individual self-employed professional. And Leora, are you happy?
Yes, so happy.
Oh, okay. Okay. I love that pinag-isipan pa talaga yung question. And those are two good questions. Here are some statements from our viewers. Marie Karina Obejero Camus says, your earnings is in dollars, so maybe it will be based on offshore tax? Question mark. Wants to answer this. True or false
Kung
ba?
pahirapan ng iyong buhay. Basta kung nasa Pilipinas ka, converted na yun sa peso, yun lang yung i-declare mo. So, kung magkano yung gusto mo i-declare, yun lang i-declare mo. Diba?
I love
so,
that.
Hindi naman
So
kasi
that
alam
is...
ng BIR kung magkano kinikita mo, diba? Unless na lang talagang sasabihin mo at pakita mo yung lumalabas sa bank account mo. So, yun.
I really love that answer. Siguro yan ang theme natin for the day. Wag mo nang pahirapan ang iyong buhay when it comes to paying taxes. Because it really is a complicated matter pag ginagawa natin complicated. Mariette says, I understand that if you earn in dollars, you have to pay tax to US. But you're not a US citizen.
No.
Diba kapag Upwork, meron tayong W8 Ben? Yung W8.
W8, and depende sa employer yon. Unless meron kang US entity or corporation or LLC, whatever. Pero kung bibigyan ka or sasabihan ka ng instruction at fill out the W8 Ben, whether from a US employer or work then, just comply with it. Nothing wrong with it.
Yes. Kaya talaga nasa
W8.
sa atin, nasa sa atin talaga kung magbabayad tayo ng tax kasi nga, yan ang employer natin, US. Tapos, di ba, yung parang kita natin, kung i-declare talaga natin at mag-register sa BIR, nasa sayo talaga. Kasi, yun nga, hindi pa tayo napapakialaman. Kung napapakialaman na tayo, malapit na. Ayan, magbabayad ka na, ano ka nang magbayad at i-declare talaga ang iyong mga kitaan siya.
Bakit parang nag-whisper ka dyan?
Ay, nag-whisper
Oo.
ka.
Hindi, kasi nga parang
Parang ayaw mo marinig ka.
Pahina.
parang hash-hash na usapan.
Pahina. Sorry.
Hash-hash ang usapan natin, baka marinig tayo ni BIR. Pero to generalize, the theme for today is you be smart rather than be honest. Tama ba? You be smart. Everybody be smart. Yeah. Mahirap yung mahirap yung inspired tayo tapos yung parang ganadong-ganado tayo maglabas ng pera. You do have to remember, may na-mention si Ana na hindi masyadong na-mention when it comes to paying taxes kasi yung magsimula ang ang pinag-uusapan lagi eh. Pero may nabanggit si Ana kanina. Once you are registered and once you start paying, this goes on and on and on and on. Nawalan ka ng client, BIR doesn't care. Okay? So you have to be decided on this because this is kind of a lifetime commitment already. Whether up and down man ang buhay mo. Kita nyo na nga, hindi na nga tayo pinabayad ng upa natin nung lockdown pero pag taxes nagpapabayad pa rin sila. So if that is the case, you gotta be careful on making your decision. If you finally decide to be a tax-paying citizen, you just have to consider that this is a lifetime decision. Okay? Alright,
Yes.
nasa iyo ba ang Nasa iyo ba
Oo,
ang
pwede.
ang
Ako na lang. Kasi
Yeah, okay.
namiss ko naman.
Yeah.
Wow.
Joke lang. Sabay bawi. Ay, teka lang, nakalimutan ko na kung paano nangyayari. Ano na? Nakikita niyo na ba? Nakikita niyo na yung screen?
Nakikita nyo ba? Yan ang nami-miss ko kay Ana. Nakikita nyo ba?
Nakikita niyo ba ako? ayan. Announcement. Ayan, for January 6 sa Wednesday, 6:30 p.m. interview with Ivan D. Peralta. Millennial gains momentum to pursue freelancing after multiple rejections. January 6 yan, 6:30 p.m. Don't forget to watch with Phoenix, syempre. Ayan, sa next week, Monday na naman, FCC, time management tips for busy online freelancers. Ayan, alam ko yung topic. Gusto ko to. Magta-time management tips tayo. Ayan, January 11, 6 p.m. with Phoenix and me. Tapos, dun sa mga gustong matuto kung how to become a freelancer at gusto mong mag-enroll, pwede ka lang punta ka lang sa vabootcamp.ph/enroll. Kagandahan ito, lifetime access na siya. So, yun. Pwedeng balik-balikan lang kung sakaling mabisi ka. Ayan, meron tayong skill package na worth 3,990. Accelerated package, 7,990. Complete package, 19,990. Tapos na yung aming promo. So, sayang. Pero yan, balik na ulit sa regular price. At madami kaming mga enrollees for December. So, yun. Kita-kits tayo sa VA Bootcamp student group, guys. Yun. Ayan, may mga wishing you a dazzling year ahead pa. Parang bago to. Wishing you a dazzling year ahead from your VA Bootcamp family. Yun lang. Thank you for watching. Bago yun sa slide Ako na-inform.
Bilis Bilis
Ano
mag-add.
ba? Marami.
Sandali. Before we go to closing, let me just make it clear for you, ladies and gentlemen. May nasabi si Franz G. So possible na yung mga hosts tonight is possibly earning more than 3M, but they're not just probably reporting everything.
Huwag ka nang dadamay, Franz.
No, we're not saying that. Ang
Possibility.
nasabi ni
Is asking
LJ,
kung possibility naman, di ba? So yes, it is possible talaga.
Why not naman? Chok na. Ang saya nun, 3
Oo.
million.
Possibility
Sige na nga,
naman yung
i-claim
tinatanong
ko
lang
na.
na
I-claim ko
Marami
na
naman
yan.
pwede mangyari sa mundo, di ba?
Yes.
Kung gusto niyo malaman paano, tanongin niyo lang ako. Joke lang.
Pero, diba, para sa mga nanonood, sobrang posible naman talaga na kumita ka ng ganyan kung mag-freelance ka. Hindi naman
Pero may
talaga
mga ways kung ayaw niyo there are legal ways for you to para hindi kayo mag-exceed pero you will still remain compliant. Like say for example,
Yes.
opening business, 'di ba? So that's another 3M threshold. So yun yung mga examples na you can ask your accountant or bookkeeper.
Pero yon, madami sa VA bootcamp student umaabot ng ganyan. Pasikat. Yung mga
Congrats,
successful
ma!
students natin.
Congrats, ma!
Well,
Congrats!
hindi, yung mga 17 clients, ganyan, yung may mga agency. Ay, teka lang, may agency ako. Pero hindi pa ako nagti-3M, ha? Yung iba lang. Meron talaga,
Nakalimutan ko
di
yung
ba? May mga
Nakalimutan ko kung
17
sino yung
clients
ano eh.
And all. Si Joanne. Naku, nagpangalan ako. Sorry. Si Leora, malapit na tatahitahimik ko.
Because I do remember that she was aiming for monthly income of something. Kaya, but yeah, I do remember. Yeah.
Oo,
But
diba?
yeah, let me just clarify it. Kasi ang nasabi ni LJ kanina is to tone it down. Hindi yung hindi niya nilagpas ang income niya sa 3M. Pero pag aabot ka na ng 3M, kung ayaw mong magbayad ng ganong kalaking additional, tone it down. Mag-relax ka na kasi malaki na po yung 2.9. Ha?
Drive
Tama
ka
na
na
po
lang
yung
ng Toyota.
2.9.
Drive ka na ng Toyota Fortuner mo, staycation sa mga hotel, ganun, di ba?
F1 cruiser, ganyan, mga ganon.
Pahinga ka
Bisitahin
na
nyo
lang
kami
kesa
dito.
naman sa kesa naman sa iaabot mo pa ng 3M, magbabayad ka pa ng kung ano-ano dyan. Tone it down na lang. Medyo bakasyon kayo dito sa Baguio kung gusto niyo. Yung mga ganun
Focus
na-
kayo sa mental
Iminit
health
mo ba
ninyo,
kami,
di ba?
Phoenix? Pagka daw nagbakasyon, iminit mo daw ba? Hindi naman. Huwag na.
Depende. Depende. Baka mamaya ako rin nakabakasyon eh. Malay natin. Hindi natin.
Ganyan ka naman. Nagtatanong.
But yes. Okay. Final words, everybody. Let's start with i-last ko si Leora. Let's start with Joey.
Naku. Final words. Kailangan na tayo within legal realms. Dapat magbayad ng tax. Kailangan talaga magbayad ng tax. Sabihin na natin, we're not happy with the way things are going on in our government or whatever. Pero kailangan mo pa rin. It's our obligation. It's part of business, of running a business. Sabi nga ni LJ, just keep things simple. And depende sa rate mo, hourly rate mo, you should consider that. Mas effective mag-hire ng bookkeeper. But you still have to know what you're doing. Mag-aral. You can actually ask yung sa taxo mo. Free naman magtanong. So, why not? Take advantage of it. Actually, nagsiset ako ng appointment mamaya. Yun. So, yun lang. Pay your taxes. Don't be scared. And you can ask your bookkeeper. Alam na yung mga galing. They know yung tax avoidance. That's legal.
It's nice. Saka marami pang mga bookkeepers na kalat dyan na gusto pa rin ang ginagawa nila. You might as well give them a reason why they love bookkeeping. Right? Let's help each other na lang kapag ganyan. LJ, what about you?
Yun lang, keep things simple and I hope that you will all have a 3M year this year. The joke lang. Keep things simple and then let's keep on working towards our goals. Pinost nga ni Mama Ana kanina dun sa Bab group namin about yung mga goals ninyo. So for me, I just learned to really on how to adapt quickly. So aside from just going with the flow muna, parang learning how to adapt quickly as well. Kasi the times are very unpredictable and always changing. So yun lang. And then, huwag kayo mawalan ng hope or motivation. May nakita kong post sa Flip kanina, parang di daw yung freelancing para sa kanya. Parang, start pa lang ng year, wag sana tayo, gano'n. And then just keep a positive attitude as well.
Positive attitude lang, wag maging positive, no? So,
Positive din dapat.
Attitude lang.
Positive din dapat yung bank account. Dapat hindi negative,
yes.
Positive 2.9M. Yan.
Ulit.
Thank you very much for that. And Jason?
Saya daw ba?
Well, when it comes to taxes, like di ba sinabi kanina na if you're unhappy with the government, well, they have their own problema na yun. That's their own responsibility. Pero we also have our own responsibility. Like I said earlier, it's once you reach a certain threshold, I would recommend paying tax. Kayo bahala how much you're going to pay, but as long as you're compliant. Because the yung well, lately the government has been looking into itong mga online workers, online earners, and you don't want to be caught in the position na, uy, bakit may bagong kotse to si ano si itong freelance, itong tao na to, wala naman siyang earnings, di ba? Um,
Mm-hmm.
you can be questioned sa ganun. It's happened to other people, yung mga lower declared, so it's possible that it can happen to us. And even if hindi ganun kalaki yung ibabayad nyo na tax, as long as you're a taxpayer, that can somewhat avoid the situation from happening. So, try to para less stress sa buhay. And then let's at least try to be compliant lang.
Yep. That's a very good warning. Very good warning. You will never know talaga kasi the government is always watching us 24/7 anyway. Hindi natin lang alam kung kailan maifo-focus yung camera ni Big Brother sa atin. We do not know. But we gotta be prepared for that. Kaya we have to keep playing safe. Be smart for as much as we can. Yora.
Okay, so yes, ang dami kong napulot na na of course na lessons. Lessons talaga. So first is huwag mahiyang magtanong. Yes, of course. So ko na, may clarity na ako ano dapat ang gawin ko. Kasi para wag ma-waste yung time sa pagpunta pa lang sa office sa BIR lalo na ngayon pandemic. So make use of the other resources online. Of course, partner ng PA Bootcamp ang Taxumo and also yung blog ni Coach LJ sa Bootcamp. Those are very valuable info para to start sa ating tax registration. And also, yung pinakamaganda is be a responsible online Filipino worker. So, ayun. If sapat ng inyong kinikita, so there's no reason para hindi tayo magbayad ng tax rather. So, that's it. Know the do's and don'ts and also make it, yun nga sabi nila, make it simple. Huwag nang pahirapan sarili. Sa Pinas tayo, peso ang kita. So, yung lang natin, sapat lang. Or kung more than 3M. So, it's another process. Ayun lang. Thank you po.
Very nice. So thank you very much for joining us. This is what I love. Kaya thank you. Good job, Carmi, for gathering these bunch of people. Kasi nga, levels of expertise is range, and that is what I welcome so much when it comes to Flip Chat and Chill. Anna?
Kung gusto mong kumita ng 3 million, mag-join ka lang sa VA Bootcamp. Ayun talaga yung At para hindi ka mahirapan, maghanap ka ng ibang gagawa para sa'yo. Yun nga, keep it simple.
Pasa
lang,
nyo
para
ma.
hindi ka- Ha? Mahina?
Pasa yung
Keep it
trabaho
simple
sa'yo.
lang.
Ipasa yung
Para-
trabaho ni LJ.
Pasa nyo sa akin. Tapos ipapasa ko sa iba, magbabayad din ako ng gagawa. O, diba? Magiging smart. Tapos yun nga, kung may pangbayad naman ng tax, maging law-abiding citizen tayo at magbayad naman tayo. Mas maganda yung may problema kang may kinikita ka tapos may pangbayad ka naman. So yun, mag-file ka na or mag-hire ka na lang ng ibang maggagawa para sa'yo kung ayaw mong ma-stress. Ayan. Yun lang.
I love
Wala akong
that.
sense.
I love that. Yeah. I'm so glad that we get to discuss this because tax is one of the things that we try to avoid talking about, right? This is something that we kind of even hate hearing about because it's all about
Ayoko nga
Giving
dapat
away
dito
money.
sumama eh. Sabi ko, bakit ayoko ng topic.
Oo, si Anda nga ayaw nga eh. But yeah, it's always about giving away money and it's hurtful kasi para sa atin. Sanay na tayo kung anong nakikita nating numero na dapat pumunta sa bulsa natin, yun dapat ang pupunta sa bulsa natin. Ladies and gentlemen, our topic for today is freelancing and taxes, what every Pinoy gig worker should know. I call upon the newbies and all of the starters and to those who are still entering the freelancing world. Huwag po kayong matakot. whatever that you nawala na si Ana. Whatever that you have learned for today, keep it in your thoughts and then set it aside. I-focus nyo muna sa pag-earn sa freelancing, okay? Now with this knowledge that you have, just keep in mind that this is another step that you will have to take in the future. Give yourself a year if you want to. Basta keep in mind that in the future you have to be ready to pay your taxes. Because when the numbers increase, kailangan ng magbigay ka ng tithes, kumbaga. Because if you are giving tithes to your church, then magbibigay ka ng tithes mo to the government. And that is something that will not be hurtful for you. Kasi nga, na nakalagay na sa utak mo na in the future, magbabayad ka ng tax. But for now, focus on getting that contract. Focus on getting through Upwork kung Upwork ang gusto mong platform mo. Focus on getting that client and setting your feet on the ground and standing up loud and proud as a freelancer. And pag stable na ang income mo, that is when you get to start considering this. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for being with us. Thank you very much, the whole panel, Jason, Anna, Joey, LJ, Leora. Thank you very much for being with us. And I hope that you guys get to enjoy our first episode of Flip Chat and Chill 2021. See you again next time.